Many tri-state residents enjoy the great outdoors like you see behind me. But here in the tri-states, our rural area can provide a buffer for many problems and issues seen in larger cities. But when it comes to COVID-19, people, the number of them at one time and their germs are equally dangerous, whether they get together in a rural area such as this one or beyond. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker announced a stay-at-home order for state residents on March 21st. That order led to major changes for non-essential businesses and restaurants. The governor also advised people to refrain from gatherings of 10 or more people. But between 50 to 100 Adams County residents did not abide by that order March 21st by gathering outside of Lima on that day. The Adams County Health Department says another gathering of an estimated 25 people took place March 27th in Quincy. The lack of personal responsibility is leaving many concerned residents to ask if any charges will be filed.
At this present time, there's nothing for our office to do. The reason I say that is our office is responsive.
Adams County Assistant State's Attorney Todd Eiler says their office is responsive to a report, but only if it comes from law enforcement.
We don't have a police report. It is my understanding that no call was ever made to any law enforcement agency, and therefore no law enforcement agency ever responded. And not only did they not respond, but they did not, nor were they able to do any type of an investigation. Therefore, there is no report.
Adams County Sheriff Brian Vonderhaar says his office first learned of the large gathering Saturday morning. Thus, Eiler says cases cannot be prosecuted on a he said, she said basis.
That is not evidence that we can use. That would be hearsay. We can only use evidence that is substantiated by the facts, and usually that consists of law enforcement doing an investigation.
With cases on the rise,
the reality is if this problem continues and if the number of cases that we see here in Adams County continues to rise, then further action may have to be taken. We hopefully that doesn't have to happen.
In Quincy, Lindsay Whitaker, KHQA News.
Now, Quincy Police Chief Rob Copley issued a statement to KHQA late this afternoon stating, quote, contact tracing of positive COVID-19 cases is the responsibility of the Adams County Health Department, not law enforcement. Regarding the recent local party in violation of the governor's stay-at-home executive order, we have no factual information and are not investigating the incident. Had we been aware of it at the time, we would have taken action to shut it down, end quote.
Moving forward, Chief Copley says QPD will do everything it can to stop such incidents from happening. He says it's time for every resident to take the situation seriously and act responsibly. New tonight at 10, Quincy aldermen consider an ordinance to help area police enforce Governor J.B. Pritzker's orders during the COVID-19 pandemic. Quincy Police Chief Rob Copley proposed this ordinance. It makes it a city violation to defy the governor's orders. Copley says it would allow officers to write citations when people are not complying. Mayor Moore says a second and final vote next week allows aldermen ample time to read over the ordinance and vote with confidence. Moore says he doesn't want the alternative, which is to issue an emergency declaration. He hopes to avoid heightening community anxiety.
We need to give the Quincy Police Department some type of actionable tools. And so far, I will say, thank gosh, a majority of our people are following the directives and the intent of the governor's executive orders. We are just fearful that there are going to be people from here on out that want to purposely try to go around the intent of the governor's executive orders.
This ordinance will be presented a second time again next week for a final vote. Some time was spent tonight whether golf courses could remain open in Quincy during this pandemic. Chief Copley says a directive from early March stated golf courses are to be closed, but that hasn't happened in Quincy yet until today at the end of business.